First off, I want to say thank you, sir, for taking your time with me and doing this interview, man. I really appreciate it.
Sure, so I wasn't more prepared. I mean, spur of the moment thing.
Yeah, I know. I'm sorry about that, but I do appreciate you taking time with me. Can you, your name, age, and current living situation?
My name is Daniel. I'll be 47 in December, and I'm currently homeless.
Currently homeless. Can you tell me a little about your journey?
Like,
just your journey in general. Like, what have you been going through out here?
oh, since I became homeless, my journey of homeless.
Yes, sir.
I learned it's a new breed of, like, you know, people and con artists, and like a new breed of enemy, like that you gotta watch out for when you're homeless. You know,
Yes,
I mean,
sir.
other homeless people know that, so there's not like there's not a lot of people that can go to the cops or authorities, or you know, there's not nowhere you can really run or hide.
It's kind of like a dog world,
so
huh?
it's kind of like a new breed of enemy when you come out here. But also, I don't know, it's kind of weird to say, but it's also humbled me. Like, I used to hate people, be antisocial.
Really?
And then, like, when I became homeless, though, like, I learned to rely on just, like, company of, like, you know, good people, you know.
Man,
stories.
that's awesome, man.
So, like,
That's
it
a
kind of
big
humbled
thing.
me. I also learned, like,
Yeah.
how to, like, you know, not take advantage.
Yeah.
But not abuse, you know, but not abuse, but maybe take advantage of, like, a lot of government programs that are out there.
Yes, sir, yeah.
You know, I mean, it's like almost winning a lottery ticket when you become homeless. You get free food stamps, you get free phone, you get, like, a free Medicare, all just because you don't work. Like, I mean, when I was in the hospital, like, when I lost 6 pints of blood in a fight and I almost died, I was in a hospital with a guy who has Blue Shield, and he works, like, 72 hours a week, 12-hour days. He pays for that Blue Shield coverage, you know, insurance, and he hardly has enough money after paying insurance to give his kids, like, gifts for Christmas. Me, I got better coverage, he was saying, and I don't even work. So how's that fair? Just for being unemployed. Just for being lazy. And he was like telling me, man, your coverage is better than mine. You get better treatment, this and that, just for not working. So how's that fair, you know? He can bust his ass and then he gets worse coverage than I do.
You're one of the first
So I kind of felt guilty talking to him, but, you know, I mean, he made sure, he was cool. He made sure I didn't, like, he wasn't laying on a guilt trip. He's just, like, kind of...
Yeah, that's kind of unique that you say that. You're one of the first people, homeless person that I ever heard say that. You're one of the first.
I'm not supposed to, but, like, I mean, if that ever gets shown in the court of law or whatever, or I write a book maybe someday, like, I kind of think of myself as a modern-day Robinhood almost. My food stamps I'll sell for 50 cents on the dollar for families who need it, so I'm by myself.
Wow,
so it
that's
cuts them a
amazing.
break, gives them to save money, and if anyone needs a wheelchair or any medication or anything, I'm drug-free, so I qualify for medication. I'll go to the hospital and get what I want for free. I don't pay for nothing, and then give it to them.
Man, you are an amazing guy. Yeah, you're an amazing guy.
Yeah, look, the government ever found out I'm doing that shit, you know, that's fraud. It's not really fraud, but...
Yeah, let's stop talking about that then.
Okay. Well, I won't disclose my name.
Yeah, there you go. What led to your current situation? Like, what led to you being homeless out here on the streets?
Fell into, like, deep down spiral of depression.
Depression is serious.
On, you know, I got robbed at gunpoint working at 7-Eleven for, like, the 6th time that day. Came home early to my girlfriend cheating on my roommate.
I'm sorry to hear that, man.
You know, just kind of walked out on everything.
Kind of just turned off the TV up there, right? Just
I thought she was like, I came home early after being robbed at gunpoint for the 6th time at 7-Eleven. You know, I got the day off, so I came home and I can hear my girlfriend. I thought she was in trouble. I can hear her going, God, God, God. I thought she was hurting.
Yeah.
So I came to this, you know, opened my bedroom door, and she was like, you know, on top of my roommate, you know, turned around, like, and then hid under the sheets. And I was like, yeah, I saw you. And then my roommate was just sitting there butt naked, like, come on, Daniel, close the door. What are you doing? Close the door, Daniel. I was like, what the freaking heck?
Wow. Yeah, that's awful,
I can't really blame
buddy.
him. She was cute, you know. Guys are guys, but I blame her. She initiated it, you know. But anyway.
Yeah, that's awful.
Like,
that would cause somebody to want to come out here,
that's
man.
Like 2017, so.
Yeah. What does a typical day look like for you?
Typical day? Mostly, I like spend all of my time with friends.
That's awesome.
And like a typical day is like waking up, making sure I have cigarettes. If I don't have enough cigarettes, trying to like get $5.50
to buy a pack.
Of these bad boys. These are like the worst drug I've ever done. out of all the drugs and everything out there. And then
Yeah.
just mostly trying to help out other homeless people I consider friends. We all try to just help each other out, share food or
Whatever
cigarettes,
you need to do.
drugs.
Would you consider the camaraderie out here good or bad?
What's camaraderie?
Camaraderie,
Sorry.
just friendship, kinship, people
Oh.
being not friends. A lot of friends.
What, it depends.
Like you said.
Generally, Scottsdale's really nice.
Yeah, that's what I
hear people call
yeah.
it Snobsdale all the time, but if you're like polite, well, smoking, still or whatever, then most of the time you say hi to people here when you pass them on the street, strangers, and they'll like say hi back. And usually, if they're kind enough, they're a good enough factor to where you actually believe it, that they're. But I mean, where I came from on 35th and Dunlap, Metro Center, Phoenix,
it's real bad.
if you say hi to someone on the street, they look at you odd.
Yeah,
Not because you
no.
insulted them, but because they're like, it's odd for someone to say hi to a stranger. Like, what are you selling? What do you want?
Yeah, what are you trying to do? Yeah.
Here, most of the time, they'll like say hi back to you.
Well, that's awesome.
Scottsdale
Yeah.
is pretty nice. Probably the best city I've ever lived in. It's really
Re-
nice. It's quiet. It's a retirement community, so people are quiet now. Like Tempe's all wild and college kids. But
Yeah, a lot of stuff goes on. Now that you brought that up, 90% of the people that I interview that are out here homeless are not from Arizona. Are you from Arizona?
No, I'm from Washington State. I moved
Really?
here in '97 after I graduated
Oh,
high
so you're
school.
a transplant. You're a transplant.
Yeah, after I
then, yeah.
graduated high school with my friend, he was going to DeVry out here, and I was just supposed to visit. But it's such a complete opposite environment. Never rains here.
Yeah,
It's cheaper to
isn't
live
it?
out here, and
Yeah.
there's jobs, a lot more jobs.
Yeah, I hear that a lot.
When I left Washington State, the record number of consecutive days was, the sunny days was 33 sunny days a year. That was the record. Not back to back, that's 33 total days.
Yeah, that's wild.
So that tells you how much it rains, and it's expensive to live there.
Yeah, boy, man.
Cold. You can't really be homeless in Washington State unless you're in the city of Seattle.
Yeah, that's awful. I hear it's bad out there though. In Seattle, right? Homelessness is
Yeah,
bad.
there's a lot.
Is there a particular experience you've had while homeless that stands out?
Yeah. People look at you like, no matter how well you dress, or like how well groomed you are, or how how well spoken you are, people still can see. They look at you. You can tell the way they look at you. They can tell there's something odd about you, like not right.
They
Yeah,
look right
looks.
through you, huh?
Yeah, they can tell. Like I can't see it in the mirror because I see myself every day, but it's weird. You can tell, and I don't know. It's
Man,
just
that's
I mean, that's
awful.
kind of weird, especially when you're got new clothes, like I just took a bath, got a haircut, everything.
Yeah, they
shaved.
still look at you
They
funny.
still can tell something's odd about you. I don't
Something
know.
stands out, huh?
So that'll never change. That's kind of weird.
Yeah, that's awful, man. I wish
Well-
stuff wasn't like that.
It's not really awful. It's kind of good. It's like a warning, like something's wrong with you.
you
It's
you
good
see
for
it as a
them, but
warning.
I mean, but most people will give you a chance, They'll,
Yeah,
still
that's
befriend
true.
you.
What keeps you getting through your times versus just succumbing to, your circumstance? I mean, you've been through
What
a
do you mean?
tough life. What
keeps you
keeps getting
positive?
you up? What keeps getting you up every morning instead of
Oh.
instead of just succumbing
Well,
to being
No,
out here?
if you I don't know. For me, I'm religious, so I was in a 6-year rut of depression for a while, but my luck's changed 3 times. If you just pray and try to stay positive, and you pray, my experience, eventually, your luck will change. If you continue to be a good person. And
Man, that's amazing.
that's what I've
That's an awesome
experienced. I was in
testimony.
a 6-year rut. I never thought I'd get out of depression, but my luck changed.
What was
and
that rut, if you don't mind me asking?
Girlfriend
Yeah,
who's in their first love,
yeah.
Never
That's-
thinking you'll get another girlfriend, but I've been lucky enough to have 3 girlfriends that I've fallen
Since
in
that,
love with.
huh?
I
Yeah.
know it's not a lot to say. I'm 47, only 3 girlfriends, but I don't know. There's no better feeling than waking up to the loving embrace of someone you love. My opinion.
Yeah, that's awesome, man. I think that's true. I agree with you there. What's been the hardest part about being homeless for you?
Getting turned away by religions, by churches.
Really?
Because you try to
I've heard that
if you try to
before.
stay honest and tell them your story, or completely be honest with them, there's a lot of people that shun you out of the church. Not that you've killed someone or did something bad, but they completely shun you out. Or if you have one disagreement with a lot of churches, they don't, that's probably the hardest thing, being like turned away by churches.
Yeah, I've heard a lot of
That's
people
been
say
really
that. Yeah, that's awful. I wonder why they would do that, especially being religious at that, turn someone
When you're
away.
completely honest, I mean, if you tell them like really how you feel, or like how you don't have, I mean, most of the time I'll pray, I'll thank God for giving me the freedom to live my life how I want, for the freedom of choice.
Yeah.
Like if I want to like be a drug addict, he lets me. Like, I mean, I know that's not what he wants or whatever, but that's like
Your
one
choice.
of the best things I love about God. Yeah, it's our choice. I know he doesn't want that, but still, I like love him and the ability to be able to like thank him for living the life how I want. So a lot of churches say you can't do that. You can't love sin. You can't thank him for sinning, and then also love him at the same time.
Yeah.
You gotta choose one or the other.
Yeah.
So I don't agree with that.
Excuse me. Yeah, that's awful. What is something you wish more people understood about homelessness? I've heard that it can happen to anybody.
Well, I've heard I wish more people understood that how addicting it is not to work, to be able to have the choice to go wherever you want, like on the drop of a hat. Like, okay, everything I own is probably like in a small milk crate. And it's just clothes at my buddy's house, clothes and hygiene products. And basically, that's it. So like, I can go anywhere on the drop of a hat, do anything. Like, I'm not obligated, like at all. So I can do anything, anytime, or be anywhere for anyone, like if they need it.
Wow.
Need me.
Yeah.
I mean, that's one of the cool things, the complete freedom to do whatever the heck you want.
Man,
Like,
that's
complete freedom.
Yeah, that's a that's a different
But
way
I
of
mean,
looking
I'm
at it.
single.
I
don't
like
have
your
any pets
perspective.
or anything,
Yeah.
but probably having a pet's for the worst thing you can do if you're homeless. But
Yeah.
I mean, if I want to go to Seattle tomorrow, I could probably do it. Like, there's like government programs that'll pay for trips and stuff like that mostly. And my clothes I get for free from churches every day. I don't do laundry. Every time I'm like ready for a new pair of clothes, I donate these to the Goodwill and just like wear them for a couple days and then throw them away or donate them. Get new clothes for free. So.
Man, that's a unique way of looking at it, man. I like your perspective on it and your take.
They're more than happy. There's tons of churches that are more than happy. They have weekly programs, daily programs every week, every day. You can go there, take clothes or food, whatever you want. Multiple ones.
Yeah, I know.
So, I mean, that's probably like it becomes addictive when you're homeless.
Yeah, I could
freedom.
imagine.
I wish more people understood that.
Yeah, what about using the restroom? I heard that too.
Using the restroom?
Yeah, that becomes hard sometimes. No?
QTs, gas stations, parks, public
yeah.
parks, libraries,
Oh, okay,
public
yeah.
spaces.
Yeah, it's just one of the things that I've
if
heard.
the store is closed or whatever, you better find me at QT if I have to go number 2.
Yeah, yeah, yes, sir. What are your hopes for the future?
Hopefully get another girlfriend. That's like priority. Can't wait to get another girlfriend.
I hope you do that, man. I hope you
Scottsdale's
do.
like full of beautiful chicks. I don't think there is such thing as an ugly chick in Scottsdale. I don't think they exist, really.
Yeah.
I've tried to find an ugly chick out here they don't exist.
Yeah.
Like every chick I see, I fall in love with. Like, I don't know. Each one keeps getting like more beautiful more than the next.
Man.
Or beautiful by the second. Or
Yeah.
beautiful by the billionth of a nanosecond.
Nanosecond. Haven't heard that one in a while. Are there places or services that have been particularly helpful to you?
Time stops for a second. She dissects you, as you all figured it out, puts you back together, and then time resumes. And if she like holds that glance, you can tell from that first glance, she has you figured out if you're a piece of shit, or if she smiles at you if you're not.
100%.
Girls are smart.
Very smart.
Sorry, what was the question?
No, you're good. That was awesome. You're right about that. But it was, are there any places or services that are particularly or have been particularly helpful to you?
Churches, they give out free food.
Yeah,
or,
churches.
Or services, you mean? Like government services?
Yeah, services.
EBT.
Anybody who's been
God
helpful.
for EBT.
Yeah.
And then Medicare. Free Medicare.
Yeah.
Like anytime I I'm feeling, anytime like if the weather gets too bad, like if it rained or stormed, all I have to do is go to the hospital, show them ID, and I have Obamacare, and just tell them I'm complaining of shortness of breath and dizzy spells. I'm experiencing that. So what they do is they set you up for the night, You stay the night in the hospital, you're cleared for like a diet, all that food's paid for. if you're experiencing dizzy spells, they
Yeah.
gotta do an EKG reading on you mostly, and that takes time. That little thing, that you stay still and it goes.
Oh,
boom,
yeah,
boom, boom,
yeah.
boom, boom. Because they want to make sure you don't have any like concussion or whatever. But that takes time. So if you complain about those things, you're in the hospital for a night. It's like a hotel. Sit that bun for room service all you want. Your diet's cleared usually. Plus, they give you like a toxology report. They take your blood, your oxygen levels. And when they find out nothing's wrong with you, they'll just tell you, all right, you're fine. Come back if you're experiencing those symptoms again. So
Man.
if they discharge you before the cafeteria opens at 6 a.m., you just turn right around there and readmit yourself. And so you can load up on the cafeteria before you leave.
Yeah.
All you do is you tell them I'm experiencing dizzy spells again. My doctor told me to come back if I experience them again. Now I'm experiencing.
Wow.
But they're smart. They know you're just using the system. They get pissed off. They get pissed.
Do they really?
Yeah. They know you're just in there for the free food and the room and board.
Yeah.
But
I could imagine,
thank you, Obama. That's why he was the greatest president for my time. Free Medicare, that's should be free for everybody, no matter what status you are.
Yeah, I agree there. That's true. I think so. And last but not least, man, do you have a Cash App, Venmo,
No.
or anything that you can shout out in case anybody is sympathetic to your plight or feels the need or has compassion, and they might want to donate? You never know.
Except cold-hearted cash.
Cold-hearted
I don't
cash.
have PayPal or anything like that. I mean, you can get free phones from government, but I'm not into social media.
Yeah.
I don't have a bank account.
Oh, okay. Well, there it is there, man. Hey, I want to let you know, thank you so much. I really appreciate it.
That's the one
You doing
thing
this
I wish,
interview.
the government programs did have. It's somewhere for you to get I wish Medicare approved you to get qualify for to join a gym.
Oh, that
So
would
that was
be.
probably the smartest thing I did when I was homeless is join a gym, but it gets a little pricey if you don't have a source of income.
Yeah.
But you can take showers there, And
Oh yeah, shower. Yeah,
that's probably the
every
smartest thing you
day.
should do if you're homeless is join a gym.
Man, you're giving out jewels out here. You're telling it what it should be.
Yeah, it'd be cool to teach a class on government programs and how to take advantage. Just yeah, really.
Wow. Yeah,
There's
I mean, you're
tons of
giving
programs
a
out
lot of jewels, man. A lot of people need to know and would love
Yeah.
to know how to do that.
The only one thing I regret is when I wish I knew I was going to be homeless. I wish I chose to be homeless. I just wish I knew what I was getting myself into before I did it. More
Yeah.
information on where to get programs and aid.
Hmm.
But now I know, since
Yeah.
2017, now I know where pretty much to get anything.
Man.
Wherever.
And there it is there, man. I want to thank you so much for this
Sure.
interview. It's been an honor and a pleasure, man. Great meeting you. It was amazing, this conversation, and your story was amazing, man. Thank you. If I ever see you again, man, I hope I could do it part 2 or something.
Okay.
I appreciate that. Thank you, sir, for your time. Have a good night.